concert series with Rico Robles is about to go live online. Catch the concert series, the premier live music program on Philippine radio, Monday evenings on the Monster.
Streaming video on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931.
Your concert series host, Rico Robles. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful, beautiful Monday evening. My name is Rico Robles, back with you live for the premier live musical program on the Philippine radio. It's a concert series live only here on Manila's hottest. We are Monster RX93.1. We're coming to you tonight, truly live from the Monster booth here in Ortigas Center with our very special guest tonight, the great Ebe Dancel. Are you ready for the wedding month? That is a pretty good question. Or rather, wedding months. June is traditionally regarded worldwide as the month for weddings, but wedding specialists and coordinators will tell you that here in the Philippines, the most popular wedding months are December and January, when the weather is cool and the chance of rain is minimal, and everybody is in town, including the folks abroad. We call them balikbayan. But if it's a loved one or if somebody you used to love, it's balikbayans. Never mind. Well, if you're about to get a hitch or know someone who's about to get wed, here's the perfect gift of music. Ebe Dancel's first concept EP called Habangbuhay, and the theme of the work is weddings. The 4 tracks on this mini album draws from all of Ebe's recollections, emotions, and observations of the times he performed at weddings. Some 50 of them so far, or even more. For sure, he'll be asked to be guest for more after especially the release of the album and all that. The album is special, not just it's a wedding theme, but it's because it was written and recorded during the lockdown. It became a journey on which Ebe dealt with his own anxieties during the pandemic period. And not only is the EP available on all streaming platforms and digital platforms, but Habang Buhay is also available on a limited edition vinyl release on 10-inch silver colored vinyl, which with a gatefold cover. The EP is also a collaboration between Widescope Entertainment, of which Ebe is the A&R manager, and the new Backspacer Records, and produced by no less than Rico Blanco. It has made even more extra special because Ebe is back live on the concert series to perform the songs from Habang Buhay. Ladies and gentlemen, the concert series live from the RX studios. Let's make some noise for Ebe Dancel!
Manatili ka sana sa aking tabi, hindi tiyak ang gabi, hiling ko hawakan mo ang aking kamay, hangad ko ang iyong gabay, dasal ko ay manatili, sana'y laging nariyan ka. Kung mawala, madapa, maligaw, ikaw ang aking ilaw, hangad ko ang iyong gabay, dasal ko ay yakapin mo ako sa gitna ng gulo, bigyan ng pahingang pagod na puso, hilumin ang sugat ang nasasadlak, iyong iangat, dalangin ko'y manatili ka sana aking tabi. At kung ako'y magkamali, huwag sukuan hanggat ito ay maitama. Hanggat ko ang iyong gabay, dasal ko ay yakapin mo ako sa gitna ng gulo. Bigyan ng pahinga ang pagod na puso. Ilumin ang sugat at ang nasasadlak, iyong iangat. Dalangin ko'y manatili ka sana sa aking tabi. Sa panahon ng kadiliman, huwag mo muna sana akong iwan. Hanggat ko ang iyong gabay, sana ika'y manatili. Hey, man.
Of course, it is the concert series here coming to you live from the Monster Studios. I hope you guys are, if those who are listening, of course, over RX931, we're also live on Facebook, Ustream, and on YouTube. How are you, Ebe?
Good. All things considered.
Nice to see you.
Good.
Finally in the flesh. I'm touching your hand.
Yes, sir.
It's been a minute. We've had conversations, of course, during the times of the pandemic, everything that went through. Before the pandemic, nakita pa tayo sa isang event, di ba? Before everything was going through it, and then the music, of course, Habangbuhay. Okay, so the 4-track EP, it's a mini album. What gave you the idea to do this?
Well, I've been doing wedding shows for many years now, and I'm always the surprise guest.
Mhm.
So I have to be either in a van or in a room somewhere, or maybe in just a dark corner backstage. And that's when I see everything unfold.
Mm.
So when it was time, when I signed up with Wide Scope Entertainment, kami ni Rico Blanco, my manager producer, we wanted to just really focus on those shows and all the emotions. 4 songs is medyo disservice pa nga yung 4 songs sa
But I know there's like 20 tracks that you got.
yeah.
I can imagine.
Pretty sure. If we were left alone in the room, we did, in studio, we'd probably record 20 of them. But because of the pandemic, we only had time for 4 songs.
And this is the first of its own to actually have an album that's specifically designed for weddings. You know what I mean?
Recently,
and
I
for
think so.
life-changing events. Was there pressure in writing the songs now that it's gonna be okay? Or was the songs already made and then it was conceptualized to make the album? Or yung concept muna, binato nyo sa isa't isa, and then, okay, I'm gonna write songs. How did it go? How was the process for that?
No pressure, because we were all home. So
Nothing to do.
we had time. So, padidam. Oh, let's write a song today. So there's no pressure whatsoever. But when it comes to the sequence, uh, as you'll see, if you buy the record, there are 4 songs. So there's a prayer song
Mm.
to begin it, and then there's a wedding vow, there's a wedding dance,
Mm.
and then there's this last song, yung what my producer calls the SDE
SDE
song.
track, usually Coldplay yung nagamit sa ganun,
Ah,
di ba?
oh, yun. Yung mga may fireworks
Yeah,
and
true,
all.
true.
So sabi ni Rico, let's make our own SDE
SDE
song.
song.
So we try to do everything in 4 songs. I hope we did it justice. I like it. We
I like
like
that
it.
you have the prayer song because I'm kind of getting tired of watching a Josh Groban one every
Yeah,
time when I was
that's the
also
first
working.
song I played
Yeah.
actually, Manatili.
Ah.
So every Roman Catholic wedding I've been to begins with the prayer kasi every wedding actually
Yeah,
begins with the
before the
prayer.
food, before they go eat,
Before
before
everything.
the prayer, then the couple comes in.
Before they get married.
Yes, that's right.
There's
That's
just
right.
always the prayer.
Now, we'll talk more of the album, of course, the future music as well, because everything is practically back to normal. The stages are open and the concerts are happening. So we'll talk about that and also the journey that you have gone through, whether it's the writing of the music and everything. Once again, if you have questions, you have Ebe Dancel joining us here on the concert series 0960-1367-931. Send it in. You can feel free to comment on our broadcast now. That's online, Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch as well. More of Ebe. The next 2 songs we're gonna perform for us.
This the first one is from the album Bawat Daan, called Dapithapon, and then the next one is from the wedding EP, and it's called Huling Unang Sayaw.
Here we go. Ebe Dancel live with you. The concert series.
Kung buo ng iyong pasya, natalikuran ng lahat, may magagawa pa ba? Kung pigilan ba kita hanggang sa huli, paglaban ka, makikinig ka ba? Sa dapit hapon ng pag-ibig natin, hindi kita kayang iwan. Buo ng iyong pasya, nalimutin ng mundong kailan lang natin binuo. At hindi na ba sapat ang pag-ibig na tapat na handang ibigay habang buhay sa dapit hapon ng pag-ibig natin, hindi kita kayang iwan. Dahil may ningning ang ating bituin, at kung may tulay natin hindi kita iiwan sa Dapithapon ng pag-ibig natin hindi kita kayang iwan. This one is from the Ebe. It's called Huling Sayaw. Isang hakbang patungo sa atin walang hanggan. Tinig mo ba ang diwa kong sa wakas panatag na dama kahit nakapikit puso mong lumalapit at sa bawat halik ay hawak mo ako at tumitigil ang mundo. Kahanggan kita sa pangako na kailanman hindi ka na mag-iisa. Huwag nang magmama, may kasama ka. Ang bukas natin ay walang wakas. Ang bukas na walang wakas. Nang hakbang na lang patungo sa ating walang hanggan. Tinig mo ba bawat tibok ng puso ko'y sa'yo? Dama kahit nakabikit puso mong lumalapit sa bawat halik. Hawak mo ako at tumitigil ang mundo. Hahanggan kita sa pangako na kailanman hindi ka na mag-iisa. Huwag nang magba, may kasama ka. Bukas natin ay walang wakas. Ang bukas na walang wakas. Ilang hakbang ka na diyan nang walang hanggan. Magkawakan ka ba Sa buwan ng pagaba, may kasama ka. Bukas natin ay walang wakas. Ang bukas na walang isang hakbang na lang. Thank you.
Of course, we have Ebe Dancel. He is joining us the concert series. We're coming to you live in the Monster Studios. Just getting to hear some of the songs. If you guys are watching us, we're actually live as well on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Ustream. But if you guys are listening to us, you're live on the radio. It's RX931, also BT 105.9 over in Cebu, and 99.5 over in Davao. Now, the songs we've been hearing, I mean, with you doing the A&R stuff, yeah, I mean, in the office, do you miss picking up the guitar with some distortion and just rocking out? Because I've noticed, like, through the years, you've been to the acoustic for
Yeah.
quite some time, you know?
Well, I don't actually report to the office.
I'm
I'm just
home.
I'm just home
Uh-huh.
because most of my work is talking to artists, signing them up, and then when I need to, I go to the studio.
Uh-huh. So pag ganun, I mean, when you talk to the artist and you sign them up and everything, what are the things that you look for? I mean, if you're allowed to reveal, what are the things you look for in an artist now?
Lots of great talent out there, especially during the pandemic.
Uh-huh.
Suddenly, everyone's a musician.
Galing, di ba?
Oo, pare.
Yeah.
Everyone's a musician, a producer. What I look for, di ko ma-quantify eh. Well, like I said, lots of musicians are great, but exceptional talent is hard to find,
Mhm.
really, and something that they can sustain past one song.
Oh, it's a disco feel. Okay, then the next track should be, it's something to get your attention. I can imagine like all the sounds that you're getting are funk disco feel kind of
All
sounds.
songs should be great.
Uh,
It's not one great song and then four okay songs. At
And-
least that's very subjective because that's according to my standards.
You're a songwriter. We know that. We know that you do teach us well in the different camps before the pandemic, diba? When you do your songwriters camp.
Yeah.
So pag ganun, what comes more important to you? Is it the lyrics or is it the melody?
I think it's the blending of the lyrics and the melody.
Mhm.
So they have to go hand in hand.
I'll pick up your pick
Sorry.
for you. This pick is now on eBay. We're selling it for 500.
May eBay pa?
I don't know. Di ba? May value yan. Pero, for you, I mean, the blend of perfect lyrics and what, melody?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And the song has to be sincere because we cannot underestimate our audience. They know when you're being sincere or when you're
Where's BS?
right.
When it's just for commercialism,
Right,
and you famous,
right.
that kind of thing. Especially with TikTok, no? Iba na.
Exactly. And the parang suddenly nag-iba na yung mundo eh.
Mhm.
That's why it's great to be back here.
Mhm.
Can't remember the last time I was here.
It's been a minute. It's been a
Yeah,
minute. It's
man.
to be live in the studio. Wow. It's good. I'm counting 10 years, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
Baka maiksi pa yung buko, saka wala pa ako salamin.
Yeah, at may buhok pa ako noon. At that time na yun, I think.
Yeah.
But it's always great to have you here now, Ebe. Another thing, reunions. E-Head's having a big concert as well.
Yeah.
I mean, are you excited for it? I mean, what's a song that you're looking forward
Sure.
to hearing?
From the heads?
Yeah.
All of them.
Uh-huh.
Especially the ones they don't play live.
Oh, yeah.
So the yung B-sides.
Uh,
Those are, I love all of their hits, but the B-sides, the ones, it's just one song written by Buddy
Mhm.
Zabala and his wife Ernest called Tama Ka.
Mhm.
And then last year, during Buddy's birthday, we had like a Zoom party, and then that was my surprise number for
You
for
performed
him.
it.
Yeah, via Zoom.
You want to perform a little bit of it?
I don't- Tama ka nga. Walang saysay kung itutuloy pa. Hayaan na natin ang Okay, that's as far as I remember.
That's what I just said.
May
lyrics.
kodigo ako nung
Yeah.
nung party ni Buddy.
But that would be something to hear. But other than of course the E-heads, we all know excited for the concert. Sold out na. Diba? Sold out. It's a
Yeah.
sold out show. What are the other bands that you miss that and also since the times of the Zoom and the meetings and everything, was there any bands that you reunited with that you had sort of a jam session with? Did you form a super group or something?
Wait, sorry. I don't think I follow your question. What was your question?
Yung the bands that you miss watching.
Yeah.
And then that's my first one. And my second one is, during the pandemic period, is there any bands that you caught up with that you formed sort of a super jamming with?
No bands that I formed. I was the entire lockdown. I was padidam didam didam didam. I think that's why Wide Scope is great because I get to sign up artists. But as to bands that I miss, they're all still pretty much around. The Dawn is still there. Kamikaze, Sponge Cola is still there. The Itchy Worms. They lost the member.
Yeah, he went abroad.
Yeah, he went
Yeah.
abroad, but he was replaced by some other guys, Mikey. So tuloy-tuloy lang. Tuloy-tuloy lang. It's the emergence of the younger ones.
You
I
have the
think
Sac
that's-
the Budlos, you have the
Yeah. Yeah.
so many different Arthur Neri, right? Making all
Yeah.
that music.
guys who weren't born yet when I started.
No,
think.
your songs are, Burnout, dude. You know what I mean? Right?
Probably wrote that song before they were born. So-
But this is just a random question I'm gonna throw out there. How do you feel when you hear your songs in the karaoke and then people are singing it out and you're passing by? Do they go, "Uy, idol, kanta ka naman dito"?
Whenever like I'm in a grocery or a restaurant or even in a mall, when I pass by, people always like sing one of my songs like Kung hari ng sablay, is that or ipaglalaban ko ng ating pag-ibig or wag ka nang umiyak or tulog na. But there's this one time, dumaan ako
Mhm.
and then some guy goes, umuwi ka na baby.
Naging orange yung
So I
lemons,
looked
eh.
back and then sabi niya, carry on. Carry on, young
But
man.
for you, do you see? With reunions happening, do you ever see your guys like the Sugar Free? Would you ever see a reunion? Are you open for that?
I think we're no. That's a short answer, but
Mhm.
I think we are all of us are where we need to be.
Mhm.
So,
And that's what matters, right? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
where you are. Now entering, of course, with the studio with Rico Blanco. How was that? Two creative minds. We'll talk about that in the studio with Rico Blanco. We'll talk about that, the sessions, how it went in just a bit. We're gonna hear some more music. What's the next two tracks you got for us?
wait. How many have I played? 1, 2, 3.
One pa lang.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. So let's play some old ones.
Sige. Which one?
Not very old,
Mhm.
but this one. First song is from 2003, and then the next one is from 2016.
All right. So here are the two songs, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, if you have questions for Ebe, 0961367931, feel free to comment on our comment box. You're alive with you. This is the concert series, only here on the Monster.
Huwag kang ng ganyan sa'kin. Huwag mo kong kulitin, huwag mo kong tanungin. Dahil katulad mo, ako rin ay nagbago. Di na tayo tulad ng dati, kay bilis ng sandali. O kay tagal din kitang minahal. O kay tagal din kitang minahal. Kung isipin mo, di na ba dati ganito? Teka muna, teka lang, kailan tayo nailang? Kung iisipin mo, di naman dati ganito. Kay bilis kasi ng buhay, pati tayo natangay. O kay tagal din kita minahal. O kay tagal din kita minahal. Tinatawag kita, sinusuyo kita, di mo man marinig, di mo man madama. O kay tagal din kita mamahalin. O kay tagal din kitang mamahalin. O mamahalin, mapahalin, mapahalin. Kay tagal. Sa pag Pagkumpas ng iyong kamay, aking landas ay ginagabay. Nag-isang tiyak sa 1,000 duda, silong sa iyak, pagluluksa. At kung puso ko ay imamapa, ikaw ang dulo, gina't simula. Nanapin kita, nanapin kita. Oh, maligaw man at mawala, at umikot man sa kawalan, sa bawat kailan, sino't saan, ikaw lamang ang kasagutan. Sa bawat kanan at kaliwa, kung di mo man o hilaga ang bawat daan ko ay patungong babalik sa'yo. Kay tagal ng lumulutang, walang pupuntahan, walang dahilan, na parang ulap na walang dalang ulan, tamang walang kumot at unan. Bihag ako ng pagtatapat, kung may saysay-bang paglalakbay, ngunit nahanap din kita. Nahanap kita. Oh, maligaw man at mawala, umikot man sa kawalan, dahil sa bawat kailan, sino't saan, ikaw lamang ang kasagutan. Sa aking bawat kanan at kaliwa, kung di mo man o hilaga ang bawat daan ko, ay
joining us. This is the concert series coming to you live, of course, to the Monster Studios here on Monster RX93.1. Rico Robles with you. And, we have been asking you a lot of random questions. Ako nagigitara ako, gabanda rin ako eh. So, way back, alam ko marami rin nanonood na they want to know, ano ba yung tono mo? Ano yung, when it comes to your songs, anong distortion ang ginagamit mo? You have any tips as well?
Well, I've been using an acoustic guitar since 2014. I don't know what the latest technology is, but practice, guys. Practice before you buy your effects. Get a tuner.
Yung importante, no?
Most important,
Ah.
get a tuner. Get a tuner.
Kasi kung wala sa tono, eh, kahit anong effects
Wala
lagay
na.
mo.
Kahit gaano kaganda yung boses mo, kahit gaano kaganda yung kanta, pag wala ka sa tono, that's it.
And when you said you picked up the acoustic guitar nga since 2014, was that a decision? A musical decision na para bang, okay, baka muna yung distortion, ano muna tayo, electric, acoustic muna. Is that the thing? Is the new sound that I want until...
I guess I couldn't hear myself. So, went to Jericho Fernando and said, "Can you give me an acoustic guitar?"
Mhm.
So I went to the store
Mhm.
and he gave me this. I've been using it for 8 years now. It's never let me down. And I have 2 other guitar players who use electric guitars naman in the band. So they don't really need a third one. So I'm gonna do my acoustic, and that's the way I perform at home anyway. Just me and my guitar.
And just get up on stage. And speaking of stages, what was the biggest one? And just to give you guys a quick backtrack, Ebe's last performance here in the concert series live in the studio was 2015. And last year we did a remote version of the concert series.
I remember that one.
A couple of times actually when we spoke to each
But
other.
live was
2015.
Oh my God.
It's been a minute. You know what I mean? Now moving forward with the music that you're making, are you planning to release other than this EP? Of course, it's already out of wedding themed. What's next? Is it a full body of work for you? Are you gonna get into musical scoring for movies? Are you open for that as well? I know that your song was used in Panday before, but for now, are you open to movie people using your movie, your songs to film adaptations? Uso ngayon yun, di ba?
Oo. Before the lockdown, I was already talking to like a big network to write a whole soundtrack of a movie. And then we're going to be songs, lots of songs. They wanted me to write all of them, but unfortunately, nagka-lockdown. So we'll see where that goes. As when it comes to scoring, I can't read notes. I don't. I can't.
So you're like Dave Grohl. Di ba si Dave Grohl ganun? I can't
Ganun ba
read
siya?
chords and notes. He just based it on the way he plays the drums. He's just on beats and melodies.
Yeah. So Dave Grohl's guitar playing is very percussive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
So mine is very ha 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 ha.
Mhm.
So whatever I hear. So there's a lot of ha 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 ha. So mas choir, I think, if that's an actual description of it. So I can't score
Unless you have,
unless I have someone
yeah.
who
In comes Chico Blanco.
I don't know if Rico. I'm pretty sure Rico can read notes, but right now it's just promoting this one, the EP, and then we're back to doing shows again. So I'm doing all of the shows that I can. But one thing I noticed is that my body isn't same anymore, so I don't recover as quickly the day after. So parang I need a pause every now and then. Don't worry, guys. Abot din kayo dyan.
It's well, you do ride mountain bikes. That you're into bicycles, right?
Yeah. I have 2 bikes. One is a road bike, and then the other is we were biking from La Union
Mm.
to Ilocos one time,
Mm.
and then we passed by a Japanese surplus shop, and then they were selling this very very nice white bike.
Mm.
Sabi ko, magkano po yan? Sabi niya, 8,000 na lang sir para sa'yo. Said,
Mm.
I got it.
Yung may basket sa harapan, di ba yan?
Wala naman. But it's one of those.
Yeah.
It's not a Japanese bike. It's actually Canadian.
Mm.
But I use it to go around the city. When I go up to Antipolo, tomorrow, mag-bike kami to Antipolo.
Mhm.
I use my road bike. But for everyday
Are you part of
stuff,
the group with Raymond and everybody?
I actually haven't seen Raymond outside of shows.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure he's very busy now. Pero siguro pagkatapos ng concert nila,
Yeah,
yun.
yeah, may YouTube channel and you get to watch
Yep.
his writing stuff,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And what do you listen to when you're writing? It's just the surroundings. Are you even allowed to listen to music while you're writing? I don't think you are.
I
Right?
shouldn't.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Right?
Oo, kasi parang may makokopya ka na ayaw mo
Mm.
kopyahin eh.
Ah.
So, when I write songs, no music talaga.
So, pag
No
ganyan,
TV.
when you're on a songwriting mode, is there like parang in a week or nakatoka na yun sa calendar mo na, okay, this time period, walang social media muna, tanggal lahat?
I'm very, very reclusive kasi.
Mhm.
So, pag nagsusulat ako ng kanta, even with all the distractions, you're not like physically with me.
Mhm.
So I can turn everything off and
Mhm.
just pick up my guitar and then
Mhm.
start writing songs. Obviously, I'm not as prolific as I used to be back when I was younger because I had more ideas, more
Mhm.
original ideas back then. But kasi the older you get and the more songs you release, the
Mhm.
harder it is to present new ideas to people. So I'm
True.
very, very careful about that.
So what's a signature Ebe Dancel song? I mean, when they know it's you, is there a certain chord that you go to? Is there a certain tuning that you go to? Is it the AGA?
This one, it's a D over G.
Napansin ko nga yung pag G mo, nakatam ka sa G mo.
Yeah.
Napansin ko kanina. Ayun na. Ang galing.
Probably the only guy who does this.
Yeah, because usually you would do this, right? You would,
Yeah.
that would be like G, yeah.
But I do it like this.
Is it easier kasi pag standing? Is it like, or is it just you got used to it, that kind of style?
Doon pumupunta yung kamay ko naturally. Instead of doing, I do. This sounds better. Diba?
Yeah.
Then.
So that's the signature sound that you put out.
I don't know. I have no idea.
What was the toughest song that you've ever written to perform? Ano yung pinakamasakit, pinakamahirap na nung kinakanta mo siya yung tipong napaluha ka at a certain period, at a certain concert?
Probably from my first solo album, there's this song called Paalam Kahapon, which was a love letter to the Sugar Free fans. Because that was the time that I left. Buti nga hindi pa uso yung social media na so hindi pa ako nakaka-cancel.
Kaya naging trending ka na. Diba?
And then parang people would come to the shows and ask me why I had to leave, ganyan-ganyan. You're doing so well.
Yahoo
so I couldn't
groups
really...
pa lang nun eh. Yahoo groups.
Yahoo groups. Couldn't really express myself, so I wrote a song. That was hard to record kasi parang I remember crying during recording kasi it was very, very personal.
And your message to, since you're talking about message to the fans, to your day one fans, man, they're still around, they listen to you, they probably have kids already also listening to your music. Any member, you have a message for them?
Yeah, especially the day one fans. Throughout the years, you have allowed me to write new material, new songs, and then interjecting them, ihalo ko sa old songs. And then you come to all the shows, you sing along, and I honestly don't know how much longer I can do this. But the very fact that you guys are there, and I'm not just talking about day one fans anymore, but did you know a lot of fans message me and say, Kuya, ikaw pala yung singer ng Sugar Free. That's how young they are.
Uh-huh.
That's how young they are. But day one and new fans, I appreciate you all. I love you all. And whenever I perform, you guys are just somehow always there. So, uh, hindi ko nakakalimutan yun. Maraming salamat.
And throughout your career, Ebe, what was that one advice that somebody ever gave you that kept you going? Yung mga time na ayaw mo na sumulat, para bang bakit ko ba ginagawa to? When you start questioning yourself, what was that one advice? Who was it from that got you through it?
There's just maraming advice eh. Pero kasi the only thing I would tell myself, especially during the years I was struggling, was, let's see what it looks like tomorrow. So today might be bad, tomorrow's another day. So tomorrow became 1 month and 1 year, and now I'm on year 20 something.
And you continue to rock out, man.
Yep,
We're
I still
excited.
have bad days, but maybe tomorrow is going to be better.
And you handle it very well.
Thank
You
you,
know what I
thank
mean?
you, thank
And
you,
doon
man.
kami umuhugot eh, when
Appreciate
it comes to the strength. And thank you, Ebe, for the music. Salamat sa interview, man. Thank you for taking time. I know you're just like,
It's really good to
a
see you
stone
and
throw
shake
away.
your hand.
Right? My man, my
Oh,
man. What's the last song you got for us?
This one is the title track. Before I do this, quick shout out to Widescope Entertainment and Widescope Advertising and Rank One. They're all tuned in now. To my management, maraming salamat. Rico Blanco, Ina, and Marco, thank you, thank you. And to RX, I was telling you kanina before we went on air, this was where I was first played. So si Fran played the sugar-free demo back in 2001.
CD pa yun, CD.
CD pa yun.
Naka-masking tape pa yung harapan nun.
Naka-masking
Ah.
tape. And she called me Ebe Dancel. She called me Ebe. So, it's really good to be back. Like physically back. It's good to see you, man. It's
Great to
good
see you too,
everyone.
man.
Good to
You know
see
what I mean?
everyone.
And this
Sir
is always
Rafi,
something-
thank you.
Hey.
I really appreciate this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ebe. Okay, so this last song, the title,
It's Habangbuhay.
live on the concert series. You have Ebe Dancel here. Till then, my name is Chico Robles. Leave you with this one. You have a great night.
Umawit ang langit sa araw na itong walang katulad. Tiyak na't walang subalit, ikaw lang ang lahat ng aking hinahangad habang buhay. Sing ng mga damdaming hindi ko akalaing nasa akin, habang patuloy ang pagsulat at pagkulay ng kwento ng ating pagmamahalang walang katapusan. Habang buhay, mabubuhay ang pag-ibig natin sa bawat awit natin. Walang pipigil sa atin habang buhay, habang buhay. Sa panahong makulimlim, pag-ibig natin ay kandila sa dilim. Mahal, huwag ka nang malumbay, dahil mayroon ka ng laging kasabay. Oh, habang buhay. Gising ng mga damdamin, hindi ko akalaing nasa akin. Habang patuloy ang pagsulat at pagkulay ng kwento ng ating pagmamahalang walang katapusan. Habang buhay, mabubuhay ang pag-ibig natin sa bawat awit natin. Walang pipigil sa atin. Habang buhay, habang buhay, habang buhay. Ay, salamat, RX. Good night.
The Concert Series. The premier live musical variety program on radio. Winner of the KBP Golden Dove Award and the Catholic Mass Media Award. Mondays 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on this station with the best radio specials. Monster RX93.1.